The future of computing might have just leaked, and it's not a MacBook, not an iMac, and not even the Vision Pro. It's something far more radical. For years, Apple has promised that the iPad could replace your computer, but this time, they might finally mean it. The upcoming M5 iPad Pro isn't just another refresh, it's a complete reinvention. We're talking about a massive 16-inch OLED display, a jaw-dropping M5 chip built for next-generation AI, and a rumored price tag that screams Pro only, a staggering $4,000. Yeah, it's expensive, but it might also be the most powerful iPad, or maybe even the most powerful MacBook replacement ever built. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. Imagine a tablet that outperforms Apple's own laptops, runs macOS-level apps, and learns how you work, faster, smarter, and more creatively than anything before it. This isn't just a tablet, this is Apple declaring war on its own computers. So buckle up, because in today's video, we're diving deep into everything we know about the M5 iPad Pro, the design, the specs, the AI features, and why this leak could mean the end of the MacBook as we know it. The tech world is once again on fire, and this time, it's not because of a new iPhone, a redesigned Mac, or even the Vision Pro. No, the entire spotlight is turning toward something that might just redefine the future of personal computing. Apple's upcoming iPad Pro, powered by the next-generation M5 chip, has just leaked, and the details are nothing short of shocking. This isn't just another incremental upgrade, it's an entirely new class of device that blurs the line between tablet, laptop, and full-fledged AI workstation. The leaks are clear, the numbers are insane, and the implications are massive. Because if what we're hearing is true, the M5 iPad Pro might not only dethrone every iPad before it, it could very well kill the MacBook itself. Welcome to Apple's boldest, most audacious vision yet. A 16-inch iPad Pro with desktop-class power, OLED brilliance, and a rumored $4,000 price tag that signals one thing loud and clear. Apple is ready to destroy the boundaries between tablet and computer once and for all. For years, the iPad Pro has been the device that promised to replace your computer, but never quite could. Every keynote, every update, Apple repeated the same mantra, your next computer isn't a computer. And while the iPad Pro always delivered jaw-dropping hardware, it was the software that held it back, a device too powerful for iPadOS, too limited for professionals who needed full desktop workflows. But the leaks surrounding the M5 iPad Pro suggest Apple is finally ready to close that gap. According to multiple sources within the supply chain and early prototype testers, Apple has been secretly developing a completely overhauled iPad experience, one powered by artificial intelligence, adaptive multitasking, and a level of hardware power that rivals even the M3 Max MacBook Pro. In other words, this is no ordinary iPad. This is Apple's new flagship computing platform, disguised in a tablet's body. Let's start with the design, because this is where things get truly radical. The M5 iPad Pro is rumored to introduce a 16-inch Ultra Retina OLED display, the largest screen ever fitted on an iPad, and perhaps the most advanced panel Apple has ever produced. We're talking about a dual-layer OLED structure capable of reaching 2000 nits of peak brightness, true 10-bit color depth, and near-infinite contrast ratios. Insiders are calling it the most beautiful display ever made for a mobile device, one that makes mini LEDs look ancient by comparison. And with ultra-thin bezels, a redesigned chassis, and a titanium body borrowed from the iPhone 15 Pro, this iPad isn't just a tool, it's a visual masterpiece. The entire device reportedly weighs just under 1.2 kilograms, lighter than the 14-inch MacBook Pro, despite packing a battery almost 20% larger. Apple's engineers are said to have achieved this through a combination of aerospace-grade materials and a new thermal structure that allows the M5 chip to breathe without fans, even under heavy AI workloads. And then, of course, there's that M5 chip, the heart of Apple's next revolution. Built on an enhanced 2-nanometer process, the M5 is rumored to be a monster, featuring 12 CPU cores, 18 GPU cores, and a neural engine capable of a staggering 60 trillion operations per second. To put that into perspective, this iPad could theoretically outperform the M3 Max MacBook Pro in certain AI-driven tasks while consuming less than half the power. Apple has reportedly redesigned its neural engine architecture specifically for generative AI, enabling real-time rendering, natural language processing, and creative content generation directly on the device. No cloud required. Imagine editing 8K ProRes video, generating AI-assisted storyboards, or using voice commands to compose and arrange music, all happening locally, instantly, with zero latency. This is the vision behind the M5 iPad Pro. Not just a faster tablet, but a fully intelligent device that learns, assists, and creates alongside you. But power is nothing without control, and that's where Apple's next-generation accessories come into play. According to leaks from Apple's accessory production partners, a completely new Magic Keyboard is on the way. One that transforms the 16-inch iPad Pro into what can only be described as a futuristic MacBook. Featuring a full-sized aluminum keyboard deck, a massive glass trackpad with haptic feedback, and an integrated function row, this new keyboard blurs the line between accessory and chassis. When connected magnetically, the iPad locks into place with a floating hinge system similar to the current design, but with enhanced stability and tilt range. The idea is clear. Apple wants this iPad to feel indistinguishable from a laptop when docked, yet infinitely more versatile when detached. And then there's the new Apple Pencil Pro 3, now rumored to include haptic feedback, pressure-adjusted brush feel, and, most importantly, hover-based gesture control powered by the iPad's front-facing LiDAR sensors. Artists, designers, and animators might finally be getting a stylus that responds as fluidly as real pen and paper. But what really sets this device apart is Apple's rumored software direction. Multiple reports suggest that Apple has been developing an entirely new layer for iPadOS, codenamed Project Greco, designed exclusively for the M5 iPad Pro and higher. It's said to merge the simplicity of iPadOS with the power of macOS, creating a hybrid interface that dynamically adapts based on input mode. In tablet form, it behaves like a traditional iPad, touch-optimized, gesture-driven, and app-focused. But once the keyboard is attached, the interface transforms, unlocking full multi-window support, a desktop-style dock, and even Finder-like file management. Some insiders have even hinted that macOS apps, particularly Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and Xcode, will run natively on the M5 iPad Pro for the first time. That means true professional workflows, video editing, music production, software development, all possible on a device that can slip into your backpack. LEDs look ancient by comparison. And with ultra-thin bezels, a redesigned chassis, and a titanium body borrowed from the iPhone 15 Pro, this iPad isn't just a tool, it's a visual masterpiece. The entire device reportedly weighs just under 1.2 kilograms, lighter than the 14-inch MacBook Pro, despite packing a battery almost 20% larger. Apple's engineers are said to have achieved this through a combination of aerospace-grade materials and a new thermal structure that allows the M5 chip to breathe without fans, even under heavy AI workloads. And then, of course, there's that M5 chip, the heart of Apple's next revolution. Built on an enhanced 2-nanometer process, the M5 is rumored to be a monster, featuring 12 CPU cores, 18 GPU cores, and a neural engine capable of a staggering 60 trillion operations per second. To put that into